Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. US Travel Alert. Will Trump's new registration requirement affect you? If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Starting April 11, 2025, a new U.S. travel rule will require foreign nationals staying for over 30 days to register and provide fingerprints. This change, ordered by President Trump, strengthens immigration enforcement. Canadian travelers, especially snowbirds, must understand how this affects their trips to avoid legal issues. If you're a Canadian planning to spend an extended period in the United States, a new travel regulation could affect your stay. Beginning April 11, 2025, foreign nationals staying in the U.S. for more than 30 days must comply with a new registration and fingerprinting requirement. This video change follows an executive order signed by President Donald Trump on January 20, 2025, aimed at tightening immigration enforcement. Failure to comply with this requirement will now be treated as a civil and criminal enforcement priority, meaning foreign visitors could face legal consequences if they do not register. For Canadians who regularly travel south for extended stays such as snowbirds, understanding these changes is crucial to avoiding unnecessary complications. Understanding the new registration requirement. The Alien Registration Act of 1940 mandates that all foreign nationals, non-U.S. citizens or green card holders, staying in the U.S. for 30 days or more must register their presence and provide fingerprints. Historically, this law has not been consistently enforced, but the new executive order directs the Department of Homeland Security to ensure full compliance. The registration applies to all foreign nationals aged 14 and older who remain in the U.S. beyond 30 days. They must submit a formal registration and provide biometric data such as fingerprints. This new enforcement aims to improve tracking of foreign visitors and reduce instances of visa overstays. Who is exempt from this requirement? Not all foreign visitors will be subject to this new rule. The following groups are exempt from the registration requirement. Foreign nationals issued a Form I-94 admission record upon entry into the U.S., even if their period of admission has expired. Individuals with valid U.S. visas, either immigrant or non-immigrant, issued before their last arrival. Visitors staying in the U.S. for less than 30 days. Foreign nationals holding an employment authorization document. These exemptions mean that many travelers, particularly those entering with valid visas or employment documents, will not need to complete additional registration steps. How does this affect Canadian visitors? For Canadians, the impact of this new rule depends on how they enter the U.S. Air travelers, Canadians who fly into the U.S. typically receive an I-94 admission record, which automatically exempts them from the registration requirement. Land and ferry travelers, those entering via land or ferry crossings may not automatically receive an I-94 unless they specifically request one. To ensure compliance, travelers entering through land borders should ask for an I-94 at the port of entry and pay the $6 fee. Even for those exempt from the registration requirement, monitoring your I-94 status is critical. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection website, https://i94.cbp.dhs.gov/home, allows travelers to check their I-94 records to verify their official length of stay and avoid potential overstay violations. How to register if required. For those who do not qualify for an exemption and are required to register, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services has introduced an online registration process. This process includes filling out the registration form on the USCIS website, providing biometric data, including fingerprints, receiving confirmation of compliance after successful registration. Foreign nationals staying beyond 30 days should complete this process promptly to avoid legal repercussions. Consequences of non-compliance. The new executive order makes failure to register a priority for civil and criminal enforcement. This means that visitors who fail to register may face fines or penalties, ineligibility for future U.S. travel, potential removal or deportation in severe cases. Given these risks, it is essential for long-term visitors to understand their responsibilities and take action where necessary. Final thoughts. What should Canadian travelers do? With these stricter enforcement measures, Canadian travelers must take extra steps to ensure compliance. If entering by land, request an I-94 and verify the record online. If staying for more than 30 days and not exempt, complete the registration process through USCIS. Regularly check I-94 records to avoid accidental overstays. For Canadians spending extended time in the U.S., these new regulations add another layer of administrative responsibility. However, staying informed and prepared will help travelers avoid unnecessary legal trouble. Additionally, for those concerned about the tax implications of extended U.S. stays, consulting with a cross-border tax expert can help ensure compliance with both Canadian and U.S. tax laws. With stricter enforcement, Canadian visitors must ensure compliance by securing an I-94 record or completing the registration process if required. Staying informed and proactive will help avoid penalties. For those with extended stays, consulting a cross-border tax expert can also prevent unintended tax consequences. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.